Hey everybody, this is Anthony from Into the Darkroom, and today I'm going to show you our Vend photo cart product. And the first thing I'm going to show you is our gallery wall. This right here are all the sets that we've added to the gallery wall so that people can find their set very quickly. So your clients will come in here and they'll be able to scroll through and see all the sets that are available, and they'll be able to click to log in. You'll notice that some of them say log in and view gallery, and if I click there it asks me for a password. So with each set that you set up for your clients, you can actually require that it has a password before people can view it. We're going to go ahead and go into a gallery that does not have a password, so I'm going to go ahead and click view gallery. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to ask me for my email address. Now you'll notice that it's already recognizing that I've been here before. And the reason that we do that is so that when somebody comes back to the photo cart, they can pick up where they left off with their order. So for this purpose, I'm going to go ahead and just type in a new email address. And we are going to act like this is the first time I've actually been to this set. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and here I am. I'm in the set, and the first thing I want to call out is our wall of images. When we started designing this product, we didn't want it to be your everyday typical HTML interface where you have 15 images at a time and that's all you get to see. We wanted to make it where you get a lot of images and we maximize the space from left to right and top to bottom. And you'll notice that if you scroll down here, you can see just a ton of images really quickly, and you can get a really good snapshot of what's going on in an image-based way. So one of the first things that I want to show you with how you actually navigate through this product is this little thumbs up icon. You can go ahead and start coming through and click the thumbs up to say that you like a photo. And I think when somebody is actually looking through hundreds or thousands of images, this actually becomes really nice. They can go through and just start flagging their favorites, and this will help them kind of boil down their top favorites before they go ahead and actually start adding anything to their order. If I change up a category here and I start flagging images, all of the images that I'm flagging are actually now stored in this tray down here, which is your selected favorites. And you can see I have 19 selected. So if I click on that, it shows me all the ones that are my favorites. So if I wanted to, I can go through every single category and I can go ahead and just start selecting the favorites and adding them to my favorites. And then from here, if this is the top list of images that I want to start adding to my orders, I can go ahead and just start clicking on one of them, and it'll bring up the actual cart view where you can start adding formats and so on. So you'll notice that this is actually just pulling from the pool of images that are our favorites. If I go ahead and use this arrow and click through, or use the arrow down here, it's actually going to change the image, but it's only pulling from the pool of images that are in our favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and let's pretend that I just came and I didn't select any favorites, and all I wanted to do was just start from scratch and click through every image. Well, the thumbnails are big enough to kind of see, so if I wanted to make them bigger, all I have to do is click on any image and it brings me to a larger image in the photo cart view, and I can just start clicking through and I can look through every image that we have to offer, and once I find one that I like, I can then start adding them in an a la carte way to my order. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the interface here. So we're going to come back to shopping for packages and products in a little bit later. So let me just show you right now the a la carte. So I have an image up on my screen and I want to place an order. So I have all the formats and pricing in here, and you can go ahead and set up your own pricing and format in the back end. But I'm going to go ahead and click 4x6, and I'm going to choose the quantity here. And there are some options that you can turn on or off for your clients, which are black and white, sepia, or none, just regular color. You can set up papers like glossy and matte, and you can charge extra for them. So in this case, I'll pick a glossy option, and then we kind of have this miscellaneous more options category, and it's great for adding items like if you want to charge more for retouching something. So if I'm the client, I'm looking at this, and you are offering those services, I can come in here and I can select things like, yeah, I want you to retouch this image for that extra money. you can enable the crop preview. So I can go ahead and come in here and as a client select portrait, and I can move this around based on the format that I've chosen at the top up here. I can click landscape and do the same thing and move it kind of to the cropping preference that I want, and it'll actually send you that information in the order. And then the last item in this sidebar are the comments. So I can add a comment here and let you know maybe what I wanted you to touch up or something specific about this photo that I thought you might need to know. And then I can go ahead and add this to the cart. Just click add to cart and then the item shows up over here. You'll notice that when the item shows up over here, it gives its general details. It gives the image name, the size, the quantity, the price, and then it has all these icons that tell you what your choices were from the sidebar. So I have this orientation as landscape. I picked a glossy format and I added a comment, and this is going to be retouched. Well, I might want this image, the same image as, you know, a 20 by 30, and I might want it black and white, and when I add it to the cart, it can differentiate that it's a different size with the same image, and from the icons here you can see that this is set to black and white. So it kind of helps you determine the same image being processed differently through the order. So that is our general a la carte setup, and when I want to, I can now just click through and I can start adding other items to my cart, and they all just add over here on the right. Now at any given time, if there's a detail that I want to see, I can click the zoom and pan, and it'll actually make the image larger, and I'll be able to pan around and see, you know, what's going on in that image. So if somebody wants that option, it's there for them. Now this is the a la carte mode, but we do have the option for you to sell packages and products. So I'm going to take you over there right now. I'm going to click the shop packages and products, and on the top are the packages that we've set up in the back end as the photographer, and the products that we've set up. Now obviously you have the option to do this yourself, but every package you can set up an image, you can set up a title, you can set up all your pricing information with your shipping and handling, a description, and you can put your formats in there. So we've set up like 3 packages in as far as price goes: low, medium, high. And your clients can come in and pick any of these, and they can pick more than one. So if I know that I want for myself the larger package, but I know that, you know, for the grandparents and the parents, I'm going to want to add another package that kind of covers all of their needs as well, I can go ahead and click the first package here and say add to cart, and I can nickname it. I can say, you know, for the family. And what that's going to do when I save it, it's going to add it up here so I know which package is being added to, because I might not remember it by your package names, but if I nickname it for myself, I can better organize it. And let's say I want to add another package, and I want to do the highest package for myself, and this one is for me, and I can go ahead and add it to the cart. And then when I am adding stuff to my cart, I have now 3 things to add to. I can add to a la carte if I just want to buy one image, or I can start adding to the packages. So if I were to add to the package, I can either just click here, and it will change up all this information in here to reflect the family package, or I can go ahead and use this drop down and change it to the package that I want to work on, and it changes all the information here. Now that I'm in this mode where I'm shopping with the packages, you'll notice that my formats have changed, and I'm going to add this image to this 50 by 50 canvas, and I only get 2 in this package. And watch what happens when I click add to cart. You're going to notice that it now reduced the remaining to only 1. And if I change the image here and I pick another 50 by 50 canvas and add it, it's going to eliminate the 50 by 50s because I've already filled them up. So you're going to be able to allow your clients to very quickly just add stuff and reduce what is left in there, and it becomes pretty brainless as far as just getting through that package. We also put in here that a completion percentage. So right now the package is 10% complete. If I were to try and check out at this point, we let them know something isn't complete and you need to go back and complete the order, because we don't want your clients coming through and kind of processing a half order and then you have to deal with all of that on the back end. So we want them to go through and complete the order and make sure that it's completed, fully. So they can come in here and start clicking all of the items, and everything will start to add under that specific package. What you're also going to notice now is I can go ahead and click on this package, and I can decide, you know what, I really don't need it, or I don't want to put this order in at this time, so I'm going to go ahead and hit delete. And it's very easy to just delete a package if they maybe picked the wrong one, they wanted to upgrade to the more expensive one. So in general, that's the ordering for packages. Now if I go back and I shop for packages and products, we also have the ability for you to add products. So products that we would recommend adding are things like the calendar system, where you can sell a calendar. It's a product that has images associated with it, and I think that it allows people to see ways to buy more photos and add them to product. And in this case with the calendar, I think is a great example. So I'm going to add it to the cart. I'm going to title it something like calendar, and I am going to now see my calendar option over here. And you'll see that my options, my formats are things like the cover image, the January image, the February image, and you only get one of each. You can set how many you get. And so just to kind of show you, I'm going to say that I want this to be my January image, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to the cart. And under the calendar, I picked my January image, and now my January image is gone from here, so you can't add two January images. So essentially you have a la carte, you have packages, and you have products. Some of the other things you're going to want to notice is that we have things like the ability to brand it. So you can come in and add your logo, you can add all your colors. If you were to click on an image, you'll see that we have our logo watermarked over here, so you can add your logo as a watermark, and there are actually different places you can put it on the image. We have these crosshairs in here to do as much as we can to protect your images on the web. You're also going to notice that we have an email icon here, and if you click the email icon, the client is able to send information either to you or their friends or their community on social networking. So if I were to click send mail, I can actually send a message to the photographer, or I can send it to my friends. So if I'm a bride and I want my bridesmaids to see what's going on with all these photos and that there are so many great photos of them, I can go ahead and put comma separated emails in here, and I can type a message to them saying, hey, come check out this series of images, you're going to love them, come buy them, they're awesome. Or I have the opportunity to share it with my Facebook community, say, hey, go check out my wedding photos, or this session that I was in, you're gonna, grandma and grandpa and everybody's gonna want to come and buy photos, and I can actually help spread the word to sell more photos. So we have that little social networking and communication built right into the toolbar. You're going to notice down here we have the selected favorites tray, and we also have the images in your cart. So before I actually go and place the order, I might want to come and just make sure I got all the images that I want. These are all the images that are in the cart right now. So I have a color of this, a black and white of that. I have a couple canvases, but these are all the images that I chose. So I want to make sure I got all the ones I want and make sure that they're all accounted for. And then all images in the category specific, I can go back and browse some more. I can pick my categories and browse for different images and so on. So with that, if the order is ready to go, I can go ahead and either, from here I can click checkout, or I can just come right in here and click checkout as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click checkout, and it's going to tell me something is incomplete. So I'm just going to go through, for the sake of getting through the demo, and delete the things that I have not completed, and I am going to move on with just my a la carte items. So I have my 3 a la carte items here, and I'm going to click checkout, and now I have the checkout screen, and it's pretty basic. In the back end, you have a couple different methods to accept payment. You have arrange offline payment, you have pay now via PayPal, and you have pay now with a credit card. And so in this cart, we have all 3 options set up. Now you can eliminate any of those options. So if you don't want to accept an offline check or cash, you don't have to have that option. To choose a shipping method, you can pick up locally, or you can specify a shipping address. Some people like that their clients pick up locally so they don't have to deal with the shipping. Others don't want that. Again, optional, but you can add your shipping and handling costs and so on. In here, you're going to notice that you just put in your credit card information, And then you have all your full names, email address, all your contact information, and then your shipping information. And we even have the ability to put in a discount code. So if somebody bought a wedding package, let's say, or an engagement package, and there was already a price paid for one of the packages, you can go ahead and give them a code that eliminates that, or you can give them a code that offers a specific percentage off, so that if mom and dad orders, you can give them kind of a family percentage off or something of that nature to help grow sales. But after they put in all the information, all they have to do is just click purchase now. It processes the order, and they'll get an email, and you'll get an email, and then in the back end you'll actually have all the order information as well. So that's it, kind of in a nutshell. That kind of gives you a quick run through of our interface for Vend. I hope that it was informative and it answered a lot of your questions. Please don't hesitate to come to intothedarkroom.com and contact us through the support or through phone and ask us any more questions that you have. And I hope that this helps you make the decision to choose Vend as your photo cart. And thanks for listening, guys.